The president and Team Obama continue their riff that Republicans are creating scandals that simply don't exist, like Fast and Furious. With me, Border Patrol agent Brian Terry's mother, Josephine, and his uncle Ralph. Josephine, thank you for being with us this evening, and our sympathies continue to go to you and your family.
Thank you.
Now, your son was murdered with a gun delivered by the U.S. government to the Mexican cartel. What is your reaction to the president calling these scandals phony?
When I heard that, I was absolutely furious. And I'm thinking that my son was out in that desert doing his job that he truly loved. He was a Border Patrol on a BORTAC team out there in the desert, and all he was doing, trying to save our country and guard it, and all this, and this is called, everything he did was a phony scandal. It just upset me.
And, you know, it took a long time, Josephine, for there to be any admission regarding the gun that actually severed your son's spine and killed him. I mean, what are your feelings about the government now, since you've suffered the greatest loss a mother can suffer?
My feelings about the government is, I'll tell you exactly how I feel. I have no trust in them whatsoever. I don't believe anything they say. To me, everything comes out as lies. You get no truth, even if you ask for it. So what's the use of asking for anything?
You know, it's interesting, Josephine. We've had Pat Smith on, the mother of Sean Smith, on this show many times, and she says the same thing. She said they lied to her, that she doesn't believe the president, she doesn't believe Hillary. I mean, people, ordinary Americans who are in the most vulnerable and hurtful position, not having the ability to rely on their government to tell them the truth. Ralph, your nephew, what do you think of what the president is saying about phony scandals?
I think it's outrageous.
Go ahead. I'll ask Ralph. Go ahead, Ralph.
Okay.
Well, we were all rather shocked to hear that, having all these scandals just lumped together, and I don't think any of the scandals are phony. We do, as Josephine mentioned, have a trust deficit in the administration, this particular administration, in that Hillary Clinton, Janet Napolitano, Eric Holder, all denied knowing anything about Operation Fast and Furious, or as they called it early on in the investigation, gun running into Mexico. And we found out later that indeed they did know about it. Dennis Burke, the Attorney General for the state of Arizona, came to Josephine's living room in Michigan with the family and was asked point blank, did the gun that killed Brian Terry come from the Operation Fast and Furious? And his response was, absolutely not. It came from a store in Texas.
Very frightening.
When we find the truth, out, yes, indeed.
We know the truth now that it was part of Fast and Furious. And I don't mean to cut you off, Ralph, but one quick question to Josephine. Josephine, going forward, is there still things that you need to know about what happened the night your son was killed?
Yes, there's a lot I want to know, and I also would like the people responsible be held accountable. The people that are responsible are getting promoted, they're getting moved to different locations, and nobody's accountable for nothing.
All right, Josephine and Ralph, thank you very much for being with us. The sad part of all this is that we keep hearing the same thing over and over. And in particular, Brian's murderer's file was sealed and it didn't go to trial. The one person pled guilty, and I can only suspect, as a former prosecutor and judge, that was so all the information couldn't come out. Anyway, Josephine and Ralph, thank you. Now, coming up with